This after this mantra finish.
Okay. Lama Bunima is saying we won't start with opening prayers. We've done those earlier today. So we will start on page 24 in the Chakrasamvara text, page 24. And tonight we will be reading only English, so where there are 3 recitations, such as refuge and so forth, we'll do 3 times in English. It will be all English this evening, and then the mantras. Page 24, right? 24. Mm-hmm. Okay, page 24. Om Kandaro He Hung Hom Pe Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddham. From the state of emptiness arises Ah, which arise skull cups, each containing a Hum. The syllables melt and turn into inconceivable offering clouds, undefiled nectar in essence, and a variety of distinct features in appearance. Om Banza Argam Ahum Om Banza Hansam Hanam Ahum Om Banzra Proksanam Ahum Om Bajra Padyam Ahum Om Bajra Pushpam Ahum Om Bajra Dupa Ahum Om Bajra Halokam Ahum Om Bajra Gandham Ahum Om Bajra Navidam Ahum Om Bajra Shabda Ahum. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the 3 wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the 3 wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiment of the 3 wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. Shri is non-dual primordial wisdom. He is emptiness of causes and so forth. Ru is without assemblage, and Ka is nowhere abiding. I am the glorious Heruka, the cause of benefit and happiness for all sentient beings. Shri Heruka Hum. Shri Heruka Hum. I appear as great glorious Chakrasamvara. My 5 aggregates are the 5 Buddha families. My 5 elements are the 5 mothers, and my sense sources are the bodhisattvas. From the life force syllable hum at my heart emerge 4 Sumbani mantras, black, green, red, and yellow. They emanate into the 4 directions and transform into an indestructible Vajra fence, ground, web, tent, canopy, and a dome of wisdom flames, becoming a vast protection sphere. Solid, secure, and utterly terrifying. It is impregnable to obstructors, even to Burma.
Om Medana Sabda Sobhava Beda Binda Hom Om Beda Chakara Hom Bambo Om Beda Panza Hom Bambo Om Beda Bedana Hom Kambo Om Beda Shara Dola Tam Samja Om Beda Dola Anala Hong Hong Hong.
The light radiating from the home at the heart of myself appearing as Haruka invites the Guru and the gathering of Chakrasamvara deities into the space before me. Vajra Samaja.
Chakrasamvara Mandala De Om Shire Ruka Sapareva Agambate Dasova Om Shire Ruka Sapareva Badendrate Dasova Om Shire Ruka Sapareva Bade Dasova Om Sapare Vara Dubamba De Dasova Om Shire Gasapare Vara Aloge Bade Dasova Om Shire Gasapare Vara Gende Bade Dasova Om Shire Gasapare Nevede Bade Dasova Om Shire Gasapare Sada Bade Dasova. Om Benda Dube Hong Hong Be Om Benda Deba Hong Hong Be Om Benda Gende Hong Hong Be Om Rupa Benda Hong Hong Be Om Rasen Benda Hong Hong Be Om Sapashen Benda Hong Hong Om Dharma Dardam Om Om Benda Mardabun Nanga Samandra Savara Samaye Om Sarvatathanga Anurangana Benda Soba Nemago.
I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the Supreme Mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the Supreme Bodhisattva's conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtue of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the Supreme Mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the Supreme Bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the Supreme Mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the Supreme Bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me.
Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarvada Sobhava Shuddha.
My body gradually dissolves into the awareness home, which then remains in space in the form of a nada string. From the luminous and empty natural state of all phenomena arises an intensely blazing protection sphere of Vajra ground, fence, tent, web, canopy, and masses of fire. At its center arise space, wind, fire, water, earth, and Mount Meru, upon which arise a variegated lotus and a crossed Vajra. At the center of that arises a broom, from which arises a great immeasurable palace made of various precious substances, brilliant and complete in its characteristics. Outside are spears of lotuses and vajras, masses of fire, and the charnel grounds. Inside the palace, in the center of a multicolored lotus, is a sun disk with Bhairava in Kalaratri as a seat, upon which is a mandala of sun and moon, and the white vowels and red consonants. In an instant, the nada of my awareness enters it and transforms into a vajra with a brilliant blue hung at its center. The light emanating from it makes offerings to the Buddhas and benefits beings. The light gathers back and dissolves into the seed syllable. The moon, sun, seed syllable, and implement transform. and I arise as the transcendent conqueror, Chakrasamvara, outshining the radiance of a clear sky. I have one face, 3 eyes, and bared fangs. My hair knot is adorned with the jeweled, dried skulls bound by a garland of vajras along my hairline, and on the top my hair knot is adorned with a jewel. The front with a crossed vajra and the left with a crescent moon. Holding a vajra and bell in my hands, I am embracing the consort. With my left leg bent, I stand on Bhairava's head, and my outstretched right leg presses down between Kalaratri's breasts. I bear the 6 charnel ground adornments, a loose tiger skin skirt, and a garland of 50 freshly severed heads around my neck. And I display the 9 moods of dance. On my lap is coral-colored Vajrayogini, with 1 face and 3 eyes. Half her hair flows down loosely, and the other half is bound up with 5 dried skulls. Embracing the neck of the father, her left hand serves a skull cup filled with nectar to his mouth. The right hand, in threatening mudra, fiercely brandishes a curved knife with a vajra handle. Her left leg is outstretched, and her right leg is wrapped around the father. Blissful and endowed with the youth of a 16-year-old, her beauty is extraordinary. She is naked and fond of blood, wears a garland of 50 dried skulls, and is endowed with the 5 mudras. The father and mother are adorned with the major and minor marks and silken scarves. Like the fire at the end of time, their blissful union of method and wisdom is magnificent. In front is blue Dakini, to the left is green Lama, behind is red Kandaroha, and to the right is yellow Rupini. Each has 1 face, 3 eyes, menacing laughter, bared fangs, hair flying loose, a crown ornament of dried skulls, and a garland of 50 dried skulls around the neck. In their right hands they each brandish aloft in space a curved knife, and in their left they hold to their hearts skulls filled with blood. A katvanga is tucked into the crook of the left arm. Their bodies are naked and sensuous, and they are endowed with the 5 symbols. With right legs outstretched and left bent, they dance majestically upon corpses. Upon moon discs in the 4 intermediate directions are vases filled with the 5 nectars, and topped by skulls filled with 5 meats. At the forehead of each deity is white Om on a moon disc. At the throat on a lotus is a red Ah, and at the heart, at the center of a crossed vajra, is a blue Hung. In the heart of the father are white Om Ha. At the forehead, yellow Namahi. On the crown, red Svaha Hu. And on both shoulders, black Vashat He. At both eyes, crimson Hum Hum Ho. And at all limbs, green Pet Hum. At the navel of the mother is red Om Bum. At the heart is blue Hum Yum. At the mouth, white Hrim Mom. At the head, yellow Hrim Prim. At the ground, green Hum Hum. And at all limbs, gray Pe Pe. Pem Pem. The light radiating from the home at my heart invites the Viras and Yoginis of the 10 directions and the empowerment deities into the space before me.
Om hum hum. Om Brahze hum hum. Om Benzahase hum hum. Om Benzalase hum hum. Om Benzangende hum hum. Om Benzanerde hum hum. Om Benzapube hum hum. Om Benzadube hum hum. Om Benzandepang hum hum. Om Benzangende hum hum. Om Rupva Benza hum hum. Om Rase Benza hum hum. Om Sapashi Benza hum hum. Om Dharma Dardam Benza hum hum. Benza hum hum.
The wisdom and commitment beings become indivisible.
Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha. Om Sarva Tathagata Abhekhinzadama.
Having been supplicated, the empowerment deities hold aloft vases filled with nectar and proclaim, just as the Buddhas were bathed upon birth, we will bathe you with the pure water of the gods. Saying this, they bestow the empowerment with nectar, which fills my body and purifies all the defilements, transforming me into the supreme nature of great bliss. The empowerment deities then dissolve into me. From the overflowing nectar arises the crown ornament of Akshobhya on the principal Lord, Vairocana on the mother, and Ratnasambhava on the four Dakinis.
Om Sarva Tathagata Abhekhinzade Sam Shireye Hum.
Saying this, they bestow the empowerment with nectar, which fills my body and purifies all defilements, transforming me into the supreme nature of great bliss. The empowerment deities then dissolve into me. From the overflowing nectar arises the crown ornament of Akshobhya on the principal Lord, Vairocana on the mother, and Ratnasambhava on the four Dakinis.
Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Agambadita Suva. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Inzamanam Badita Suva. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Tochana Badita Suva. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Padendra Dedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Drupon Dedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Drupon Dedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Aloke Badedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Gende Badedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Nevede Badedaso. Om Shire Heruka Sapare Shabda Badedaso. Om Om Benza Wanshi Hong Hong Be Om Benza Madange Hong Hong Om Benza Maranje Hong Hong Be Om Benza Hase Hong Hong Be Om Benza Lase Hong Hong Be Om Benza Medde Hong Hong Be Om Benza Medde Hong Hong Be Om Benza Kube Hong Hong Be Om Benza Dube Hong Hong Be Om Benza Debang Hong Hong Be Om Benza Gende Hong Hong Be Om Rupa Benza Hong Hong Be Om Rase Benza Hong Hong Om Sapashe Benza Hong Hong Om Dharma Dharma Benza Hong Hong Be.
I offer to the mouths of the kind root guru and all the glorious holy lineage gurus. Om Ahom.
Om Shiren Benza He Om Hom Be Draken Zolar Samvara Aho Om Bedan Bero Sanaye Om Aho Om Draken Om Aho Om Lame Om Aho Om Kindaro Om Aho Om Rupane Om Aho Om Sarva Dharma Balaye Om Aho Om Sarva Tathagata Anurangan Benza Soba Emago.
Om, homage to the conqueror, the courageous Lord. I bow to you who blaze like a fire at the end of a great kalpa, whose locks are bound up at the crown, whose face is terrifying, fiercely bearing fangs, whose hands gleaming with 1,000 lights raise a battle axe and a lasso, and hold a sphere and a katvanga, who wears a tiger skin robe, and whose smoky color resembles great darkness. Om, homage to the transcendent conqueress Vajravarahi, to the superior mother of the three worlds, invincible awareness consort, who destroys all fear of evil spirits with your great Vajra nature. To you with controlling eyes, who remains like a Vajra seat unconquered by others, who neutralizes even poison. Wrathful, fierce lady bearing your fangs, terrifier, annihilator who severs completely, who conquers all adversaries, all victorious one, conquering those who make us dull, rigid, and confused. To Vajravarahi, great yogini, powerful lady who fulfills all desires, I bow. Homage to the 4 heart yoginis who represent the 4 activities of pacifying, enriching, overpowering, and suppressing. The 4 placements of mindfulness of body, feeling, mind, and phenomena, and the 4 levels of joy. Joy, supreme joy, beyond joy, co-emergent joy. Inside my body, appearing as Haruka, are the 3 channels and 4 chakras. At my crown is white hum. At my throat, a white om. At my heart, a blue hung. And at my navel, a red ah. From the ah, wisdom fire blazes forth, burning away the syllables of the 3 chakras. From the hum, white drops descend, and restoring the 3 syllables, blissful warmth blazes forth. From the home at my heart, a mantra garland emerges. It descends through the pathway of the Vajra, enters the lotus of the mother, and rises through her central channel. It emerges from her mouth, enters again into my mouth, and dissolves into the seed syllable at my heart. In this way, it circles continuously.
Om Shirim Benza He Ru Ga Hum Be Nagenen Zola Sa Varam So Om Shirim Benza He Ru Ga Yakenen Zola Savaram Sova Om Shirim Benza He Ru Ga Hum Yakenen Zola Savaram Sova Om Shirim Benza He Ru Ga Hum Yakenen Zola Savaram Sova Om Shirim Benza He Ru Ga Hum Yakenen Zola Savaram
Om Shri Rinpoche. Guru Namo Dhruva
Bezambero zonoyo om sarva bedandra kene bezambero zonoyo bedandra kene bezambero zonoyo om sarva bedandra kene bezambero om sarva bedandra kene bezambero nan om sarva bedandra kene kene vanane sarva bedandra kene vanane sarva bedandra kene vanane bedandra kene sarvam bedandra bezarvananaya hom be.
From the mantra around the home at the heart of each Dakini, light radiates. From these rays of light, deities emerge who act for the benefit of beings. The light gathers back and dissolves into the home.
Om Drakane Hom, 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 Om Lami 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 Hom. Om Kindaro Hom, Kindaro Hom. Om Kindaro Hom, Om Drupon Hom, Om Drupon Hom, Om
The light radiating from the hung at my heart gathers the protection sphere and charnel grounds into the immeasurable palace, which dissolves into the 4 Dakinis, which dissolve into the mother, who dissolves into the father, who then dissolve into the home at my heart. which dissolves from the hook at its foot upwards into the body into the head into the crescent moon, and finally that gathers into the nada string. The nada too dissolves and becomes imperceptible, settle within luminous clarity, even and vast. Once again, like a fish sleeping from water, I arise as the great, glorious Heruka, with one face and two arms, whose magnificent form appears clearly, but is empty, like a mirage.
Om Kindaro He Hum Hum Om Soba Vajuda Sarvadam Soba Vajuda.
From the state of emptiness appear wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls. On this, from Ah, arises a vast and wide Kapala. Inside that, from Bi, Ra, Mu, Ma, Mu, and Shu, arise the 5 nectars. And from Na, Go, Da, Ha, and Ku, arise the 5 meats, marked with Hum, Brum, Am, Jim, and Kam. Through purifying, realizing, and flaring, the substances become a vast ocean of wisdom nectar. Pen, the light radiating from the Hung at my heart, invites the conqueror Chakrasamvara from the pure land of Akanishta, together with the myriad Viras and Yoginis, to come here to the space before me. On the tongues of the assembly of the deities of the 5 wheels are white vajras, the size of a barley grain. This torma is offered to the deities by moving it in a circle, to the left for those in the cardinal directions, and to the right for those in the intermediate directions.
Om Benza Arale Ho Sa Hum Bang Ho Benza Dragon Samaya Satom Indershaya Ho Om Shire Heruka Sapare Agambade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Badan Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Ube Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Duba Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Aloge Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Vara Gende Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Nevede Bade Daso Om Shire Heruka Sapare Shabda Bade Daso.
I bow to glorious Heruka, great hero, utterly pure Vajra Lord, and to Vajravarahi, passionate one, Yogini for those with great passion. Equally victorious over attachment to existence and peace, you have conquered all conceptual thoughts. You see the even space-like nature of all phenomena. Protector, may the nectar of your heart, infused with your compassion, drench me. Goddesses, please care for me with your great love.
Koye sawa yaksha raksha sabuddha jeta pisha umanda apa mara daka dak nedaya ema balendra hane sama samlayinta mava siddhe metra yathe drama yathe Zimzatha, Zendratha, Mati Tramatha, Mama Sarva, Rataya, Sensuka, Savaya Bavind, Hung, Pei, Sova, Kaka, Kai, Kai, Sava, Yaksha, Sabut, Teta, Pishata, Umanda, Apama, Mrakandake, Nedaya, Imam, Balindahan, Samaya, Rakshinda, Sarva, Sitte, Metra, Yatsen, Yate Pam, Yate Tam, Benzatha, Purvatha, Zindratha, Mati Tramatha, Mama Sarva, Sartaya, Sesuka, Baishut, Sarva, Yaksha, Bhavin, Hung, Pei, Sova, Kaka, Kai, Sava, Yaksha, Raksha, Sabdu, Treta, Pishata, Umanda, Apama, Dake, Nidaya, Imam, Balinda, Han, Samaya, Rakshinda, Sarva, Siddhe, Metra, Yate, Bam, Yati, Sam, Bunzatha, Purvatha, Zindratha, Mate, Tramatha, Mama Sarva Kartaya Sukha Bashud Sava Yaksha Bhavin Hung Pei Sova.
Om, guardians of the directions, local guardians, gods and hosts of Nagas, harmbringers, bloodthirsty demons, elemental spirits, flesh-eaters, hungry ghosts, insanity inflictors, memory-crippling demons, dakinis and mamos, please accept this Torma offering. Help us yogins to attain enlightenment, pacify adverse circumstances, harm and injury, and cause the four enlightened activities to be accomplished.
Samaya Manubalaya Heruga Didamba Didrandu Meba Sudu Kayo Meba Subnurado Meba Sarva Zidra Meba Sarva Siddhe Medrayanta Sarva Karma Sutame Siddham Shayam Guru Ho Banga Om Mezaheruka Sadamaya Manubalaya Heruka Atithadandu Meba Sudu Kayo Meba Sandurado Meba Sarva Dhayo Meba Medrayanta Sarva Karma Sutame Jatam Shriyan Guru Ha 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 ho Banga Mendra Heruka Mamembe Heruka Ma Samaya Sato Maya Manubhavaya Herogatino Patijandru Mebhava Sudukhayo Mebhava Anurado Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Sarva Siddhe Madrayanza Sarva Karma Sutram Siddham Shiriyam Guru Ha 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 hu Bangave Advada Hero Gamamimben Hero Gabo Baba Samaya Sadoya Ombe.
Page 79. The mundane beings return to their own abodes, and the wisdom beings dissolve into myself. At the heart of myself, appearing as the transcendent conqueror, are white Om Ha at the head, yellow Nama Hi at the crown, red Svaha Hu on both shoulders, black Vau Shat He at both eyes, crimson Hum Hum Ho at the limbs, and green Pet Ham.
Om Sambhana Sambhana Hum Be Om Jahana Jahana Hum Om Jahana Baya Jahana Baya Hum Om Anaya Hu Bangavim Om Hum.
Supreme Deity, illusory dance of union endowed with 7 aspects, Lord who pervades the 100 Buddha families and your retinue, through the force of your inconceivable, perfect, abundant qualities, please bestow the auspiciousness to attain common and supreme accomplishments. Dharma Dhatu Vajra Queen, foremost Dakini and 4 Dakinis, powerful goddesses who rule the wheel of great bliss, and ocean-like assemblies of protectors who guard the 24 holy sites, please grant the auspiciousness to attain common and supreme accomplishments. By this virtue, and by the power of whatever virtue is amassed in the 3 times in samsara and nirvana, may I and all beings as limitless as the sky, without exception, accomplish the victorious King of delight. Exalted Supreme Deity, victorious Chakrasamvara, if I practice you with one-pointed devotion, let your compassion neither wane nor be indifferent, but swiftly reveal your delightful, sublime face. Through practicing the key points of settling in a state of controlling and binding the channels, winds, and drops of my impure, illusory body, may it become free from obscurations, undefiled and clear, and may I attain supreme accomplishment in this very life. If, due to a lack of fortune and diligence, I am not freed in this life, then at the time of death, may the assembly of Viras and Dakinis of the 5 wheels, such as skull pieces and the rest, receive me with parasols, victory banners, a symphony of music, and various offering clouds, and then lead me to the pure field of Kechara. There may I behold the face of the victorious Heruka. In that field may I practice diligently the supreme swift path of secret mantra. and thereby cleanse the 2 obscurations and all karmic traces. May I accomplish the unified state of the Supreme Vajra body, endowed with the 7 aspects. Although I might attain the Dharmakaya for my own sake in this way, out of immeasurable compassion for all mother sent beings, may my 2-form emanations show them the teachings of the Supreme Vehicle, and thus may I swiftly establish them in the state of the Vajra holder. By this virtue, may I swiftly accomplish the divine assembly of Chakrasamvara deities and establish all beings without exception in that state.
Long life.
Okay, page 15 in the yellow book. The long life prayers. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until samsara's end. You are the embodiment of all the precious ones. You, a great being, are the holder and the promoter of the teachings of the Shakya lion. Your perfect actions are for the liberation of sentient beings. May you, the Jetson Lama, whose enlightened activities are spontaneously present, live long. Precious holder of the triple gem of Drigungpa, whom preserves the indisputable practice of the profound Dharma, who has realized the sublime truth which reveals peace and illumination. May you, who relieve the suffering of limitless beings, live long. The one known in the Holy Land as Aryadeva, emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chudengpa, the heart son of Jigten Gunpo. May the life of the glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. In this age of strife, when the victor's teaching faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teachings. May Garchen, the son of the teachings, live long. You who are richly endowed with the glorious wealth of Dharma knowledge, who through reflecting and meditating have actualized the self-aware absolute reality and shine with 100,000 light rays of the ethical discipline of the Buddha Dharma, may you, Kenshin Ratnadwaza, live long. You possess the repository of the essence teachings of the past supreme Siddhas. You, the precious Kunchok, are the refuge for all beings. You are the treasure trove of all the wish-fulfilling Norbus. Drupon Kunchuk Norbu, I supplicate you. By the power of the wealth of our devotion and virtue, and of the deities of the 3 roots and guardians, may the life of the Guru, the glorious protector, hold firm, and his actions ceaselessly spread in the 10 directions. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 Chakravartin kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate era. I prostrate to the Venerable Chenrezig, who shows whatever is needed to subdue those to be subdued.
Cakrasamvara